have been well trained.
No.
in
You
my
don't have to carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
And we are back. We are at the top 8. So the top 8 cut has happened, and we are seeing here on the left, Lynn is back at the top table with Vader Raider. David Clement, who is seated 8th in our single elimination bracket, is playing our first eMaz of the day, which is
Yeah, the first one we've seen up here. I don't know how many made it into the top 8.
Yep. So we're going to go grab those deck pairings here in a second, but until then, we're going to take a look and see what these players have to offer. So no player went undefeated.
Right.
So that loss we saw by the previous undefeated player changed the strength of schedule to bring that previous number 1 down to the seeded number 3 in the top 8 bracket. Thank goodness for top cuts to allow those players. And a nice good luck
Hearty
gesture
handshake.
there. We like the hearty handshake. Always appreciated.
Yep, and we've got Lynn with the Moisture Farm as his battlefield. And I'll have to see here if you can make out what that other battlefield is. It's just cut off. Is that Frozen?
It is Frozen Waste.
Yep,
Frozen Waste that David has brought. Which is interesting because eMaz generally tends to like to run Emperor's Throne Room, but there are different ways to run.
Yep, so we'll see. I'm curious to see how this one's played. So Vader taking 2 shields.
Lynn has decided. Lynn won the roll off and has decided to go with his opponent's battlefield. Frozen Waste allowing when you claim this battlefield, you get to remove an opponent's character die.
Interesting.
So
that's a risky one to bring as a eMaz player, I would think. So I'm very curious to see how David has built this deck. So we'll be underway here momentarily. Players just getting settled and ready to go. We haven't started the time clock yet here, so we got a few other players settling in. And we'll go ahead and get underway. So, big shock here. Fast hands going down on Poe. And hit and run being discarded from David's hand. Wow, and David hitting that fast hands quick, or hitting that post special quick, using fast hands to resolve 4 total damage against Vader, so losing his shields, and he's taking 2. So that, he did all that without the help of eMaz. So with Vibro Knives, going to use that ambush action to also put a force speed out on Vader. And David's going to roll in eMaz.
Did you miss me?
I did. You missed a Vader got ran over by a falcon.
Aw.
Yep, you weren't here to sing. It was a sad womp womp.
Walking home from our moisture farm on Life Day? That doesn't have the right ring to it. So for anyone who's curious, the top 8 decks, we do have 2 eMaz decks in the field of play. Vader Raider, 9's Aura, 2 Vader Raiders, Emo Kids. That Ray Snap eMaz deck has made it into the top 8.
That was in the tournament yesterday. Yeah, I never got a chance to see it at play, and I'm super curious about it. So I'm hoping if unfortunately we don't see him at the top table, I get an opportunity to talk to him about that deck.
And, of course, that Luke Ray deck we saw in the last game.
So a little variety here.
Yep. So eMaz doing what we know it does best, running over things. David gaining resources. David's resources aptly placed in the center of the field. I'm not sure where
Lynn getting
Lynn
a couple
is putting
resources here. I don't know where he has them sitting. I think he has spent them at this point.
There are no resources at the moment.
He
on
spent the
table.
2 on the vibro knife, so he is currently resourceless.
Gotcha. So Lynn's going to resolve that force speed. Or,
Now he's-
sorry. Gaining your resources.
Yeah, he took the 2.
Yep. Perfect.
We're gonna reset and
So David has claimed the battlefield, Frozen Waste, which is why the Vader die was removed.
that works.
Yep. It's always nice when that happens.
Well, Lynn getting a decent hand there. So David now already up to 5.
Fast
He
hand
could have
sitting
just
on
played that Falcon that
Yeah.
he threw out a minute ago.
Fast hand sitting on Poe. This may be the last time you guys see this.
Yep.
This may be the last time this happens.
Ever.
Ever.
Maybe not ever.
Probably not ever.
Somebody will still allow it.
Someone. Right.
Friends in low places.
And Lynn's looking through the cards. Oh, new orders is, of course, there. Thermal detonator. What are we going to get rid of? We're going to get rid of Scavenge. Interesting.
So that he can't go back through his deck and pull. I believe that allows him. That would let you pull a card back into play. Wow, 2 blanks with Maz. Not going to help out Poe's die at all. So in 4 speed now being played on Vader. And another Sith Holocron going down on that Tusken Raider. Wow. So 2 of those now. And he's going to hope to capitalize on that die at some point. So David's spending all 5 to go ahead and actually play a Falcon. So he
Actually play a Falcon.
actually put it down on the table, and that's almost like another character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unless I have, there's only a couple of cards in the whole set that's going to let you get rid of a support like that. You don't generally see him played, and he rolls it in and immediately gets 4 Electro, and Lynn then electroshocks that 4 range damage. Interesting. Yeah, most of the people, but if you have the resources, why not play it? Because then
Yeah.
you can use it again and again and again.
And when you do have
And
the
it has
resor-
2 focus sides on it, so it's beneficial to this deck.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, because you'd almost want to play the Falcon off of Poe's ability, because people often forget that Poe's ability does allow them to play those cards after they're discarded.
Yep.
If they're a vehicle, which a Falcon is.
It is. Vroom, vroom.
Vroom.
Oh, they're just now getting the rest of the. I thought they were already. I thought the other games were already paired up. That's what's here happening behind us.
Yeah, it looks like they're firing off an 8-man pod here, which is really great
Cool.
opportunity for people want to keep playing and have the opportunity to win something.
I thought I heard them say they have an extra box of either Awakenings or Spirit over there.
What?
I'm not sure.
That's cool.
Some of our Chains Q family members are also playing with some of the attendees today, so lots of fun. Lots of fun Destiny to be had, whether you're still in the top 8 playing or just hanging out.
Rolling in Poe, fast handing a resource to get some more money. Not like you need it, but David's
I
going
know,
to try
right?
anyways.
Yep, but a correction from earlier, that was, he did not electroshock that 4 die, he deflected it. So my apologies for that. Lynn moved those cards a bit fast, and it looked kind of like the art that's on electroshock, but I see that's still in his hand, so. So now Lynn checking his opponent's discard pile.
David rolling in the Falcon, getting
Oh,
3 range damage there. Lynn going ahead and rolling in Tusken Raider. Not a lot of damage on either side of the field, even though we are about 3 rounds into this game.
Oh, that was a good roll there. At least with the 4 speed and
one of the holocrons
see
says
what he
showing
has
special,
in his
yeah.
hand. Discarding the 4 speed. I'm sorry, not discarding the 4 speed.
Resolving.
Blah, blah, blah.
Words are hard.
Well, he put down. It looks like what did he discard?
Doubt.
Okay.
So we're going to deflect the 3 range damage into Poe for 2 damage to Poe. Coming at him right now. So 4 strike for 3 to Poe. Oh, gosh.
Shipping away pretty quick now. Again, what's really... So, even if Lynn manages to take Poe off the board, which looks rather likely here in the next minute or two, or less, Maz has a blaster on her, which is great, and he still has the Falcon, which is incredibly powerful.
Yep, so we are...
Yeah, going to focus that to Poe special. What are we going to throw out?
And we're going to throw down...
Thermal detonator.
So 3 damage to each character. Slowly chipping away. And so Tusken Raider, 5 health left on him.
And that can go quickly.
Darth Vader, 7 health, yeah. Yeah, there's a point with every character that you get to get a nervous state of, I'm not sure I can withstand that much more.
Oh, wow. That's a good roll in with that.
Yep.
Oh, but it wasn't. So a +2. All right, we're going to reset.
Yeah, David didn't have any money to pay for that one, so that was unfortunate.
That's frustrating.
Almost rolling a blank when that happens.
Yeah, it feels like it. Like, yes, it's frustrating. Show you the total playing field. So, let's see. Lynn has 4 resources. David has 2 currently.
Lynn's going to go ahead and drop, replace the Vibra Knife, and then use this ambush action to play Fast Hands, giving it to David. David is going to hit and run.
Blank, not.
Oh,
And
wow.
no focus. Wow.
Sorry for the language, folks. We cannot control the audience around here.
They're having a very intense game nearby. But at least they're passionate about the game they play.
That's true. It's always, the more casual the game, the more excited they get
A
sometimes.
little bit, sometimes.
Yeah, that's-
So, fast hands. Well, everybody's hands, all over the board. Everybody's everywhere.
oh.
Hey, I played that game.
Is that the back of his card?
That's the back of his card,
That's hilarious.
which I believe is
was like-
another card for a game that I demoed at Origins that has absolutely nothing to do with Destiny, but is a deck building game built around wrestling.
Wow.
We didn't buy it.
No. It's a new game for Amanda, though. She's a big wrestling fan.
It's an interesting game, not for me, but it was an interesting game. It has dice involved in it as well. You have to roll off to do certain things. Woo, die flying across the field. Looks like a blank, though.
Looking at the whole playing field here. Of course, Lynn is currently in possession of the battlefield. All characters have been exhausted. Tusken Raider sitting out there with some die. So is David's going to do that 3 range damage.
Yeah,
Yep,
it was.
3
It
range
lo-
damage from the
and
Falcon.
you know, the way the light hit that die is it made that Falcon look like a...
He's discarding a reroll
Yeah,
like
he
crazy.
should have... If David would have held out, that would have been 5 damage instead of 3. Wow, David is rolling in the resources. And look, and he's got... Unfortunately, he can't play 2 Falcons at once.
Yeah,
but
there's a
1,
couple-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Force
resources.
lightnings for Lynn.
So this is about to get real interesting.
Yeah. Fortunately, David only has 3 health left on Maz.
Rolling in Vader. David discarding a card. Lynn's rolling in a dice.
So Lynn got 4 speed, was
trap.
able to fast hands it in. So first action is going to be Tusken Raider, hoping to get some 3 damage. Oh wow, this special's like crazy. But he could use his next action to resolve the 4 speed if he wants to get himself a reroll and some extra options.
Yeah, now he's got some cards worth.
So he's going to use Tusken Raider's ability to discard to the 4 speed. So he still has 3 actions left, continuing to resolve specials.
Force Lightning and Force Lightning. Yowza.
Paying 2 to roll them in. He's plenty within his rights to do all of these things at the moment. And that was the damage that he needed to win this game.
Wow.
So
And
Lynn
rolled out
pulled
7
off,
damage. Amazing.
Amazing victory there at the end. It was looking in Lynn's favor for most of the latter half of that game, but that sequential 17,000 action she just did.
Right.
Playing down 2 Force Lightnings and having the money to play all that.
And rolling it so well because you just don't know how those dice are going to roll.
Yeah, so Lynn keeping his top
there.
seed spot in this
Awesome.
tournament. We'll probably see him again in the next round. David, unfortunately, coming in. I guess
in
8th place, yeah.
For
so
now, at
we'll
least,
get
I
the
don't
we'll
think
get the
there's a
deck
change,
box
but-
that comes with the store championship kit.
Still a great showing today for him. So
Yeah. So we will be back shortly with
yeah,
the
22
top,
minutes left overall in the round.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So top 4 game. As you see this lovely playmat there, which I haven't seen too much today because folks have been using their own playmats on top of it.
Yep.
But
Some need them for luck.
yes, some need playmats for luck. Some are more familiar with it. But this is our playmat that
Yep. Our two-player mat.
Our 2-player mat, our friend, our family member, Lindsay Smith over in the UK, also the artist behind Fully Operational. This playmat is available on Ink Gaming as we speak, so you can head over to Ink Gaming and search for the Chance Cube if you want your hands
Play with your
on
friends
this.
at home.
Yep, it's called the 2-player Galactic Conflict mat.
Very cool.
Yeah, I got Vader on one side with General Veers and some stormtroopers, and the other side we've got Leia front and center, flanked by Han and Chewie and some Rebel troopers and some Hoth troopers. So
Hoth troopers.
Hoth is cold.
Very.
Just like this room that we're sitting in.
It is not like outside in Florida, but in this room, it is like Hoth.
See, for those of you who
Maybe I can find a tauntaun around here. Let me go see if I can find one.
for those of you who don't travel to Florida often, it is very warm outside, but we do love our air conditioning.
It's a good invention.
It is a good invention,
Probably
but
my favorite.
does make things a little cold. That's enough rambling at the end of here. Check us out, thechancecube.com, and we'll be back for the top 4 match shortly.
Ooh,